Mobilised back again, which is really good. I'm excited.
I am.
So what's changed since we last spoke? What's been going on?
Well, we've got a new industry voice coming out. So theme is on mortgages this time, and a lot of the socio-economic changes we're having and how the mortgage market's responding to that. So obviously as a tech business, it's at the heart of what we do.
Yeah.
So we've been busy keeping our technology up to date with all the changes. We've been very busy.
Keeping your finger on the pulse. What about you, Warren? What's been going on?
Yes, more of the same. Trying to talk to as many people as possible about why Iress is delivering some great software and reasons why people should adopt and change and move across and
Keep
all
on
that
banging
good stuff.
on the door.
Absolutely.
Keep going.
Yeah.
So what has been some of the stuff that we have seen change? Obviously, like since we last spoke, loads of stuff has happened. As we were talking about this off air, but we've seen the introduction of green mortgages into the market. We're seeing remortgages change, criteria changing.
Yeah.
So what's been some of the stuff you guys have been seeing with that?
So lenders are changing their products. So
Yeah.
they're bringing new products to the market with different schemes. So you've got own new schemes, which is helping people get making it easier to buy new builds,
Yeah.
for example. You touched on green mortgages as well. So you've got either products that are designed to focus on those that are an EPC rating A or B, or you've got those that are designed to help improve the energy efficiency of the home. And you've got lenders innovating in that space. And you've also got, Bank of England rate reductions as well, which is having a knock-on impact on affordability as well, and people being able to take mortgages out. So it's great that we've seen lenders respond to the market changes. Obviously, more the better. And that also then keeps us busy, and we make sure then that we update our system to include the new filters that we need to make it easier for advisors to keep up to date with all the product changes and then forecast those on to their client.
So what type of stuff do you do in the system for that? What do you want to just expand on that a little bit for me if you could?
Yes, we've got a mortgage sourcing system in Spain. So for example, we load all the lender products onto that system, and when lenders bring out new options, we add filters to our system. So we've got an own new filter, so brokers can have a look and see which products impact that. We've got a green flag as well, so you can see which products are
green flag. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's a leaf.
A leaf. Looks like a flag.
So it helps brokers understand what products are out there and helps them, further support their clients. And then we also have the ability to link it into criteria systems. So we've got an integration from Xplan Mortgage to Knowledge Bank. So then you've got the total picture, what lenders will lend to that particular case and all that particular scenario. So that's what we're there to do, help advisors find the right product for their clients in the quickest possible.
Removes a lot of the legwork as well, because those type of things linked together. As you say, a lot of that would be calling around the BDMs, doing the research. So that just saves a lot of time doing something like that for scenarios.
Sorry.
Jump in, mate. Yeah.
I was going to say, that's one of the biggest USPs, it's specifically around the criteria, is to say all the heavy lifting, taking that away, having it in one system, fully integrated, overlaying the product results, then with the criteria. Yeah. When we launched that with Knowledge Bank, that landed really, really well.
That's a really good partnership. I like that partnership a lot. That was something you were talking about off air, this idea of the adoption of in this space, in financial services in general. How have you found, and I've actually, funny enough, I think that's what we spoke about in our last one as well. So, and it'll probably what we talk about if we do another one.
Yeah. Sound like a broken record, yeah. So adoption is fine, but I think the challenge that we have, whether that's with speaking to someone that's used a competitor system forever, someone that's using TriGold and has used that for a long time, or maybe Lender Connect, one of our latest initiatives around mortgage applications, is changing behavior. So is it adoption? Is it changing behavior? What we don't want to do is annoy brokers and say, well, why don't you do this? We've built all of this stuff. But at the same time, we kind of do want to say that because we've invested all this time, all this effort, and everything we do is based on research, based on feedback. So then our job is to then say, this is why. I think I said earlier, we've got all the carrots.
Yes.
We just need a big stick.
Yeah, a big stick. Yeah, we need some regulatory doof.
Absolutely. So everything we've got is fantastic.
Yeah.
When people see it and we say, we've got the Knowledge Bank piece, we've got Lender Connect, we've got, everything we've been doing in Xplan Mortgage where we can do protection at the same time as the mortgage source. The kit is fabulous. So it's just engaging people and helping them bring us on this journey around why they should embrace technology.
And we know brokers have a lot to keep up to date with in the mortgage. There's so much change going on. And so we want technology to help them, not be another hindrance. And as Warren says, that feedback and listening to brokers and say, well, do you know what, this would really help us. That's how we develop our software and put those changes in. So hopefully, it is a carrot and not a stick.
Yeah, it will be. As you said, I think, and you guys have incredible adoption into your software. I mean, it's industry known. Like, that's why I'm here today. It's like everybody knows what it's like. But as you say, it's sometimes what we want to do today is share to people that actually there's so much more than you realize. It can do a lot more than people think.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, I know when I work with advisors myself, a lot of the time they're making their lives more difficult unnecessarily, and they don't realize. It's not that they're doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
They just don't realize the kit is actually at their fingertips, and they're already paying for it in some scenarios. Is that something you guys often come across?
Yeah, I think they use what they know.
Yeah.
And if you've learned a system, if you were sold it 6 months ago, a year, 18 months, whatever that is, if you've perfected how to do one certain thing,
Yeah.
browse mortgages or just use one of our calculators, whatever that might be, they tend to just hone in on that and they perfect that. And then when we have training sessions with firms, we'll often go, oh, I didn't realize it did that.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's it's not an issue, but that's one of the things that we're trying to overcome, is to say, don't just,
see it in your way.
Exactly. And it's there to help, right?
Yeah, and and I was talking about the filtering earlier, and as products go, as they bring out new products and new innovations and we update our systems, sometimes we're trying to find a way to simplify that. We can add all these different filters on, but brokers are going, well, actually, I like to see all the products in the market and then use my own knowledge and insights. But so we try to have this balance between innovating in the products, but not, annoying brokers.
It's a hard balance, that, isn't it? Because this is that thing of like an iPhone or something. You want it to work the way it works, but you don't realize it's like a swan, isn't it? It goes across the top and it looks really lovely, but it's going crazy underneath. But you don't want to see what it's actually doing on the top end, and it can be overwhelming in general. I remember the first time I saw any sourcing system or mortgage software system myself years ago now, and I was like looking at the matrix and I'm thinking, what is this? So it is hard, but your software obviously is a lot more user friendly than the stuff I was using back then.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the time people just don't realize, like I said, it's at their fingertips to fix those problems. So it is being able to do them both.
I saw something on, and I don't often comment on posts on LinkedIn, but I did see one recently from.
I know where we're going to go with this.
No, this is something else. There was a broker that said that mortgage brokers are facing. Their role is big, right? They've got lots to do, lots of tasks that they need to do, and they've got the customer's best interest. And it was saying, how can they release some time to focus on doing the job of selling the right solution for the customer? And I felt compelled to comment, because I said, well, we allow an administrator access function. So I said, well, focus on what you do. This is what Xplan can help you. Xplan Mortgage, can help you give an administrator access so they can do the administrative stuff to allow you time to focus on having the conversation with the clients. I think it got a like, but it's just one of those things when you go, if you don't know that we offer that.
But that's a unique feature. That is quite a USP, the ability to let an administrator in. Because again, you might be thinking, and I do see, the brokers do have a lot of stuff to do. They do. I understand, I'd work with them day in and day out, but you do have, they can share the burden, and sometimes they can share the burden with staff, but they can also share the burden with smart tech. And I think that's something that is a luxury, especially advisors and brokers that have been in the industry for a long time, which I'm lucky enough to work with, and I know you guys work with many like that as well. They've learned the old way, the hard way, and there's massive merit in that.
Yeah.
But what I always find is those individuals can be phenomenal. They can be even better than the beginners if they embrace the tech, because now they have that knowledge. It frees up that space, and now they're able to do what they have built a career over multiple decades. Most of these people, doing that. And I do think it is just sometimes that ability to let go of that, or just to know, just to reach out to someone like you guys and go, look, what does it actually do?
Yeah,
I've got it, because loads of people use it, but this is what it actually is capable. Because I can imagine as well, and I'd love to hear about from you guys what that is it's innovating all the time. The tech world right now is just at rockets, like breakneck speed. So, it must be similar for you guys.
Yeah, but we need to make sure that we're not building tech for tech's sake.
Yes.
And we're building tech that solves problems, and we're connecting technology solutions out there. You know, like we talked about the knowledge bank integration, but we've also recently launched one with CI Expert to help make that side of the protection sale alongside the mortgage also easier as well. So when good technology exists out there, it's about making sure you bring them together in a meaningful way to make advisors' lives easier. And that's only going to speed up as technology is evolving. We've all seen the huge sort of initial impact of AI, and that's going to be really interesting how that transforms the mortgage market and other financial service markets over the next few years.
It's a whole, I don't have a clue. I mean, I'm very plugged into AI. I love AI, but it is one of those things where I think I don't know actually how it will change. I'm every day I think I'm looking for the answer, hoping you guys will give me it, but I don't think any of us
Most
really
people
know, do we?
are in the same space.
Yeah.
You know what the art of, well, we probably don't even know what the art of the possible is. We're starting to explore with it, and you're starting to see some immediate sort of impacts in terms of efficiencies within business. But I really think it's going to help ultimately unlock this wider connectivity, I think.
I remember being at an industry event, and there was a guy talking specifically about AI, and he was saying, "I'm not worried about it. It's not a big deal. Have you ever used it? It's pretty, silly or dumb." And I remember because I'd been to an AI specific event, literally the day before, and he said, the person at the event said, "It's never going to be dumber than it is today." And that's the thing that's quite scary. You say with not scary, exciting with what we all are doing is this idea of